Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor, Martha Anger. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. General Colin Powell, former U.S. Secretary of State and chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, died early Monday due to complications from COVID-19 at age 84. Powell's career as a distinguished soldier started in 1958 and took him from combat duty in Vietnam to the White House. In 1987, he became the first Black national security advisor for President Ronald Reagan, then served as the youngest and first Black chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff under President George H.W. Bush, which led to his highest position as the first Black U.S. Secretary of State under President George W. Bush. His time, however, was mired in controversy due to his advocacy of the Iraq War. Powell later called it a blot on his record. Former President Bush released a statement Monday saying in part,
presidents that he earned the Presidential Medal of Freedom twice.
He was such a favorite of presidents at home and abroad, that he earned the Presidential Medal of Freedom
was a family man
twice. He was highly respected at home and abroad, and most important, Colin was a family man and a friend. An Alabama family is frustrated and demanding answers on how 29-year-old Christina Nance got into the back of a police van, how she died, and why it took 5 days for authorities to find her. Huntsville police say Nance walked into the public safety complex parking lot on September 25th, climbed into the van. 3 days later, on the 28th, surveillance video shows movement coming from inside of the vehicle, which is designed to keep people locked inside with no way to get out. 4 days later, on October 2nd, Nance's family reported her missing. Then 5 days later, on October 7th, a police officer saw shoes outside of the van, which led to the discovery of the lifeless body of Nance. In Haiti, 17 missionaries, 16 Americans and 1 Canadian, were kidnapped by gangs over the weekend. 5 of those abducted are children, and their whereabouts are still unknown, according to the Christian organization for which they work. According to a human rights research group in Port-au-Prince, kidnappings have surged in Haiti this year, with numbers rising nearly 300% since July. And there have been at least 628 kidnappings since January, 29 of them involving foreigners. A group of lawmakers has a warning for Amazon, giving the company one final chance to provide evidence they did not use its vast influence to help its own brands. Lawmakers believe former CEO Jeff Bezos may have misled or even lied to Congress about the company's business practices. But Amazon told lawmakers that it doesn't use the data of individual third-party sellers to promote the development of its own private brand products. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed the way many Americans view their career goals. Despite growth in hourly wages trending up over the past few years, A record-setting 4.3 million people left their jobs in August, according to the Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey. And economists say there has been a huge reset in the work world, with many people saying they're not sure if they want to work the same way they did before the pandemic. Fans are raving about the new trailer for The Batman, which hits theaters March 4th, 2022. Actor Robert Pattinson shows his stuff as the latest actor to don the cape and cowl. He stars alongside Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle, a.k.a. Catwoman, Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth, Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon, and Colin Powell as Oswald Cobblepot, a.k.a. the Penguin. That's a pretty good cast. "11-year-old Alan Baltz has been growing his hair into a mullet since the beginning of the pandemic. So when he found out there was a cash prize, he decided to enter the USA Mullet Championship in the kids division and won. But Baltz doesn't just have a spectacular head of hair. He has a heart of gold, too. He decided to donate all 2,500 of his winnings to local foster care organizations. And that inspired people in Baltz's community to raise another $3,000 to give to 2 more foster care organizations. Wow. Sign1News will be broadcasting live updates Monday through Friday. Then this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, join us for a live panel of diverse guests to discuss the hot topics of the week. Again, be sure to post your thoughts and comments at any time during any of the live shows. We might even share your comment. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone, and you can also watch on Apple TV, Apple Watch, Amazon, and Roku.